The dawn of man. One of the last questions that humanity has not yet been able to answer, just like other questions such as, where do babies come from? Why is Australia so terrible? And what the hell is Taco Bell meat made of? Some of these questions we just may never know the answer to, but we will finally understand the answer to this one today, as we are going to be following human evolution for the next 1,000 years to see how it's possible for us to develop to where we are today. And yes, there definitely is a lot of disagreement about humans actually evolved. Some say they were divinely created in the image of God. Others say they evolved from apes. And you know, no matter what, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we all know that humans were clearly alien creatures that moved on to Earth and were sent back to the Stone Age after all their spaceships exploded. I mean, how else do you explain the pyramids and where Taco Bell meat came from? Anyway, we're going to get right into it. Our best current theories suggest that humans probably evolved somewhere here in Central Africa. And since we're taking the evolution route, we are quite literally just going to spawn in a couple hundred monkeys. That is literally it. This is all we're doing right now. Now here they are. Look at them running all around. But yeah, for right now, they're not really doing much. And I'm going to take a wild guess and say in 1,000 years, they're probably going to be doing the exact same thing. So we are actually going to have to put down some sort of pressure that is going to cause them to evolve. And according to real world fancy scientists, they have this thing called natural selection, whatever that is. And that's just a bunch of science mumbo jumbo. We all know that the real reason that we evolved is because of the monolith. So we stuck a monolith right here in the middle of Africa, and I guarantee you that this is going to make some very interesting things happen here. But if you didn't know, evolution takes a while. So we are going to sim ahead to 1/4 of the 1,000 years at year 250 and check back to see if that monolith has done anything to help humans progress. And here we are at year 250, and here's what we've developed so far. Ironically, they have still not yet discovered the new world, but we have tons of monkeys and rabbits and skeletons. Wait, how are skeletons even possible? I mean, these creatures are human skeletons, right? How are there human skeletons if there are no humans yet? That's like physically not possible. Actually, now that I'm looking closer, I see that we have normal monkeys here, like default monkey kingdoms. But over here, we have the evolved monkey kingdoms. Do you see that? These aren't just your normal monkeys. These are monks. Monks? It's just monkey without the Y. Okay, well, they're better, okay? And they're centered around the monolith, and they have already begun making fairly advanced civilizations. This is a good sign. We're only a quarter of the way done, yet they're already making houses and stuff. However, they're still not quite humans yet. But for some reason, now that I'm looking, every single monkey has the Bomberman trait. Literally all of them. Is this part of their subspecies? Don't tell me it is. You have to be kidding me. The two birth traits they have is Bomberman and Unlucky. That is quite literally the worst combo you can have. It literally cannot get worse than that. Well, once again, maybe that natural selection thing isn't that bad after all. And I also really hope this rabbit kingdom gets blown up at some point, because this isn't lore accurate either. And this kingdom's motto is one and only Chad. Okay, that's kind of funny. I still want to completely obliterate them though. But once again, if we just leave the world like this for the next 750 years, not much is going to change. So at each one of these check-ins that I'm going to do, I'm going to ramp up the evolution just a bit. And right now, I'm going to do two things. If you haven't noticed, during that whole time lapse, war and diplomacy was off. They were way too peaceful. And if I know one thing about humans, they're not peaceful. So we are going to let them beat the crap out of each other. And since they all have the Bomberman trait, I'm sure that's going to go over perfectly fine. But there's one more thing we absolutely have to do. Go over to culture and make all of these monkeys super racist. Because apparently that's just inherent to most humans. But anyway, with that said, we're going to simulate another 250 years to year 500. And maybe see if we can't get some actual humans to spawn in after that. And here we are again at year 500, close enough. And this world's getting slightly more messed up. I'm noticing a lot less monkey and a lot of other random crap. You know, now that I'm actually thinking about it, the combo between racism, bomberman trait, and the unlucky trait, probably not a good combination to have your species do very well. Oh, and as a matter of fact, there is nuclear waste on the ground right here. This is environmental storytelling if I've ever seen it. I think we can tell what all went on over here. But more than just the monkeys and even the rabbits, we can see that rats have now spawned in, along with cats. Not even sapient cats, just normal house cats. I mean, just look at this little guy right here. But I am noticing a lot of similarities between this world and modern day humans already, such as the Middle East is in constant warfare. So I guess some things just never change, but it is year 500, and I think it's time we get some humans on the block. And we all know there's only one surefire way to create humans in any situation. Just take a bunch of monkeys and just strike them with lightning, and boom, you have the worst chaos this entire world has ever seen. And then boom, you have humans along with a human civilization. What, you didn't know that you just had to strike a monkey with lightning and it turned into a human? Try it in real life, go to the zoo, see what happens. But yes, now we have human life, but unfortunately, it is only one village because monkeys still exist. I mean, that's how evolution works. It just branches off into different species. So the monkeys are not gone, but the era of humans has begun. And as we can see, they've already started making houses, farms, and everything that they need to thrive, which is awesome to see. However, I'm noticing something here. It appears that they're letting rabbits work in their village? No, that's not gonna fly. By the power invested in me as God, I enact racism. And guys, I do want to say, I joke about this all the time, but obviously I do not encourage actual racism. This is a box game, but I just feel like I need to say that maybe. The only place where any kind of hatred is accepted is Australia. Obviously, what are you talking about? Like, not even the people of Australia, I'm fine with them. Just the pure land itself angers me. But anyway, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, human evolution or whatever. So we are going to sim another 250 years, the year 750, 3/4 of the way there, and I'll see you guys then. And here we are at year 750. Humans have expanded quite a bit. They've actually developed into many different kingdoms because, you know, they can never get along. That wouldn't make any sense. And as we look into their main kingdom here, there's a lot of nice villages. Everything's looking sweet. However, there is a lot of destroyed houses. Ironically, it's right here around Chernobyl. But honestly, not a lot else. Humans have evolved, and actually, for the most part, monkeys are almost completely gone. But remember what I said. Every single check-in, we're adding one more thing. But what could we possibly add this time? I'll be right back. And I'm back. Do you see what I added? I added the modern box mod. So now that human civilization has developed and has all of its normal key features, it's time to get advanced with it. They're now going to form full-on skyscrapers, advanced buildings, and of course, tons of different ways to kill each other, including vehicles, MIRVs, guns, and of course, drugs. Because that's just totally necessary for this mod for whatever reason. Oh yeah, and even though we only have 250 years left, nuclear bombs too. So things could get really out of control. So honestly, this is going to be the most interesting time-lapse yet, I think. As I unpaused for a second, and I think a nuclear bomb already went off. What? What the heck is this thing? What? I think I may have just created a monster. I actually have no clue what that is or why that spawned in. But anyway, we have 250 years left until year 1000, and I think this time lapse is going to be very, very interesting. And here we are 1000 years later. You may notice something. The entire world's gone. No, like literally, not just the kingdoms, like it has been destroyed. Africa has been completely leveled. It's been turned into an ocean somehow. Tanks are roaming over it still. The Middle East is just straight up gone. Like it's actually just not here anymore. So once again, honestly, that's not really that surprising. And yeah, human civilization has turned into something beautiful for the most part. I mean, like over here looks pretty freaking bad right now, but just focus on right here. Like this looks pretty sick. I mean, literally the only kingdom left is this skeleton kingdom right here that, yeah, isn't even capable of having modern buildings. However, they do have these two-headed orc things. And another thing you may have noticed specifically over here is the prevalence of nuclear waste. And I don't know if you were paying attention during that time lapse that much, but a lot of nukes went off. Let's check. 119 AI nukes dropped. You see the keyword AI right there? This was not me. I had nothing to do with it. Every single time these guys declared war on somebody, they didn't even send troops over there. They just nuked them off the face of the planet and didn't even bother getting the land after. It's actually insane. But I guess humans did it. They are the dominant species once again, even if they went off historical track a bit to do it. But hey, at least Australia's gone. So, you know, that's a win. But anyway, moral of the story is we still haven't figured out where Taco Bell's meat comes from. But anyway, if you're still watching at this point, clearly I did something to entertain you, so I would appreciate it if you would click like and subscribe on your way out. And that's about it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Farewell.